Natural resources are the substances which are inherent from earth and can be obtained from the nature and utilized to create the product and service which are useful for human beings. For example, forest, water, air, soil, etc. are the natural resources. Let's talk about the forest resources. In this presentation, we will present about the introduction, about the forest resources and allocation, policy basis, and implication. So, what is forest? Forest can be defined in several ways. The first one is it is a biotic community with predominance of the trees. That means it is a living community where the majority of implants are tree. It is the most important gift of nature, or it can also be defined as a forest is usually an area filled with the trees, but in its all densely packed area of vegetation may be considered as a forest. Even underwater vegetation such as kelp, forest, or non-vegetation such as fungi and bacteria can also be called as forest, or it is a highly complex changing environment made up of living and non-living things. Living things in root tree, shells, wildlife, etc. And non-living things includes water, nutrients, rocks, sunlight, and air. Forests are important to human being and the natural world. For human, they have many aesthetic, recreational, economical, historical, culture, and religious values. And also, forest forward fuel wood, timber, wild habitat, industrial, forest product, climate, regulation, and medicinal, etc.
Hello everyone, my name is Ian Kichpabi from BCS 3B. So this is my assigned topic. Natural resources. Wood. In wood there is paper, lumber, plywood. And firewood is also is the most important source of energy used for cooking and other purposes. Plants product. Fruits, nuts, mushrooms, and latex for manufacturing rubbers. Animals habitats. Minerals, golds, diamond, silver, and many more. Allocation usual conflict. Natural resource conflicts occur at various levels and involve a variety of actors. They range from conflict among local men and women over the use of trees, to conflict among neighboring communities disputing control over woodland, to villages, community-based organizations, domestic and multinational businesses, governments, national development agencies, and NGOs in conflict over the use and management of large forest tracts. Most conflicts are characterized by the presence of multiple stakeholders who themselves may have subgroups with varying interests. Issues and problems. Agribusiness, illegal logging, pulp, paper and disposable packaging, mining, roads, hydroelectric dams, agricultural and overgrazing, and unmitigated sheep cultivation, unsustainable forest management, introduction of invasive alien plants and animal species, infrastructure development.
Hello everyone, my name is Rio Mona Lisa Eliarenas from BSES 3A. My presentation was about the policy basis of forest resources. Basic policy. It is the policy of the state to ensure the sustainable use, development, management, renewal, and conservation of the country's forests and other natural resources. The state hereby adopts the following policies. The multiple uses of forest land shall be oriented to the development and progress requirements of the country, the advancement of science and technology, and of public welfare. Land classification and survey shall be systematized and hastened. The establishment of wood processing plant shall be encouraged and rationalized. The protection, development, and rehabilitation of forest land shall be emphasized so as to ensure their continuity in productive condition. DENR Administrative Order Number 2020-18, promoting tree plantation development and liberalizing harvesting and transport planted trees and derivatives for inclusive growth and sustainable development. This aims to accelerate the establishment of tree plantation in production forest land to meet the wood requirements of the country. And DAO number 2020-09, Guidelines on the Management of Cancelled or Terminated Expiring and Expired Tenurial Instrument. Example cancelled or terminated instrument. Those that were cancelled or terminated for cause such as gross violation of the terms and conditions or violations of laws. DAO number 2020-06, amending certain provision and expanding of the coverage and DENR Administrative Number 2018-16 or the guidelines in the processing of issuing of permits on the removal and relocation of trees affected by the DPWH project. So this is the example of DAO number 2020.
Proper natural resource of allocation or management. A proper natural resource allocation or management refers to the sustainable utilization of major natural resources such as land, water, air, minerals, forests, fisheries, and wild flora and fauna. Together, these resources provide the ecosystem services that provide better quality to human life. Biological diversity is the occurrence of different types of ecosystems, different species of organisms with the whole range of their variants and genes adapted to different climates, environment alone with their factors. Natural resources provide fundamental life support in the form of food consumptive and public good services. Ecological processes maintaining soil productivity, nutrients recycling, the cleansing of air and water, and climatic cycle. Biodiversity encompasses the variety of all life on Earth. India is one of the 17 mega biodiversity countries of the world. Although India has only 2.5% of land area, it has a large full and diverse pool of plants and microbes which account for 7.8% of record species in the world.
Hello everyone, my name is Ivy Veloso and I am from BSES 3A. So therefore, I would like to present the implications regarding the forest resources and I would like to conclude it by its uses, role, importance, and conservation. Forest products are used in numerous ancillary ways, supporting production sectors such as agriculture, fishing, hunting, and livestock production. They also support many small-scale processing enterprises by supplying the main energy input or primary fuel wood. Surrounding forest resources are used to fabricate the tools needed in agriculture, fishing, hunting, and livestock production. Forest products are a vital part of our daily lives in more than we can imagine. We depend on forests for our survival, from the air we breathe to the wood we use. Besides providing habitat for animals and livelihoods for humans, forests also offer watershed protection, prevent soil erosion, and mitigate climate change. Yet, despite our dependence on forests, we are still allowing them to disappear. So the only alternative of this is the conservation of forests, such as controlled deforestation, protect against forest fires, afforestation, and better farming activities. Forests are an extremely important natural resource that can potentially be sustainably harvested and managed to yield a diversity of commodities of economic importance. Forests provide additional goods and services that are important to both human welfare and to ecological integrity, including the control of erosion and water flows, and the cleansing of air and water of pollutants. It is clear that when forests are lost or degraded, so are these important goods and services that they can provide. So as I said, save forests, a key to clean and green environment.